Welcome back to the Stephen A. Smith Show. Before I get on out of here, I had to talk about a story that's very, very important. And albeit indirect.
What if I told you that 3 of the WNBA's biggest stars, Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexie Hull, are all hiding contract details that could completely reshape the 2026 WNBA season? And what if I told you that Stephen A. Smith himself just dropped major hints about what's really going on behind those locker room doors?
I knew I was going to meet him when I was coming to the game, and that's like one of my idols, like the GOAT to me, so.
Yeah, this isn't just gossip. This is business, and it's about to get messy. So stay tuned, because in this video, we're revealing the top 3 secrets about Sophie, Caitlin, and Lexie Hull's 2026 contracts. And trust me, number 1 will leave you shocked. But before we get started, let me ask you this. Who do you think deserves the biggest contract in 2026? Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, or Lexie Hull? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. We'll feature the best answers in our next WNBA breakdown. The Caitlin Clark Clause. Let's start with the golden girl of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark. Ever since she joined the Fever, Caitlin has been the league's ultimate money magnet. She's breaking attendance records, TV ratings, and sponsorship deals like no one before her. But what Stephen A. Smith just hinted at on his show might be the most surprising part. Caitlin's 2026 contract reportedly includes a revenue trigger clause. What does that mean? According to reports close to ESPN's analysts, this clause allows Caitlin to renegotiate her base salary if she helps increase team or league-wide revenue by a specific percentage over the season. In short, if the Fever makes money because of her, she gets a cut. That's massive. It's something we see in the NBA and NFL all the time, but rarely in women's sports. And if it's true, Caitlin could be setting the precedent for future stars to demand the same kind of performance-based payouts. Stephen A. Smith said it best. This girl isn't just playing basketball. She's changing how business gets done in the WNBA. Now, think about that. Caitlin's already pulling in major endorsements from Nike and State Farm, but this clause means her on-court impact directly fuels her paycheck too. And that raises a question, should star players like Caitlin Clark earn a share of the profits they generate? Or should all salaries stay capped equally to keep the league balanced? Let me know in the comments, because this debate is heating up. Sophie Cunningham's secret bonus structure. Now, let's move to Sophie Cunningham. And trust me, her contract secret might be even bolder. According to a leaked discussion between an insider close to the Phoenix Mercury, Sophie's 2026 deal includes what's being called a media influence bonus. Basically, she earns extra money every time her social media engagement spikes after a nationally televised game. You heard that right? She's getting paid to be marketable. In an era where the WNBA is pushing social branding harder than ever, Sophie's strategy makes sense. She's one of the league's most outspoken and confident personalities, and she knows exactly how to keep fans talking, whether it's a viral moment, a bold comment, or a post-game interview that makes headlines. Stephen A. Smith even commented on it, saying, "Sophie's not just hooping, she's hustling. She understands the media game better than most players in the league." And that's true, because while others are waiting for traditional endorsement deals, Sophie's already cashing in on her own digital influence. But that also raises another question for you. Do you think it's fair for players to get paid extra for their social media clout? Or should contracts only reward what happens on the court? It's a tough question, but in 2025 and beyond, that line between athlete and influencer is getting thinner every day. Lexie Hull's quiet power play. Now, let's talk about someone who doesn't always make the loudest headlines, Lexie Hull. Most fans know her as one of the most composed and consistent players in the league. But her 2026 contract reportedly hides a powerful clause that could redefine how WNBA players manage their careers. According to a credible source from The Athletic, Lexie Hull's new contract includes what's being called a postseason ownership option. This means that if she completes a set number of seasons and meets performance benchmarks, she gets the right to purchase a minor ownership stake in the Indiana Fever organization or its affiliate programs. That's unheard of in women's basketball. It's not just a paycheck, it's equity. Stephen A. Smith even hinted, Some players are thinking generationally. They're not just playing for contracts, they're playing for control. Lexie Hull's deal might not make daily headlines, but behind the scenes, it could change how the next generation of WNBA stars think about their financial future. Because ownership isn't just about money, it's about power, influence, and long-term impact. And here's something to think about. Should more WNBA players push for ownership opportunities in their teams, or would that create conflicts of interest? Drop your take below because that's a debate worth having. Stephen A. Smith's explosive breakdown. Now here's where things get wild. On a recent segment of ESPN's First Take, Stephen A. Smith dropped a statement that sent shockwaves through the WNBA fanbase. He said, "You got 3 women, Sophie, Caitlin, and Lexie, rewriting the book on how contracts are negotiated. If the league doesn't adapt, they're going to lose control of their biggest stars." That's a bold claim, and coming from Stephen A., it means the situation's serious. He went on to explain how the WNBA's salary cap system, which currently limits max contracts to under $250,000, might be completely outdated for stars who are bringing in millions in external revenue. If Caitlin's revenue clause, Sophie's media bonus, and Lexie's ownership option are all real, then 2026 could be the year the WNBA finally breaks that ceiling. And honestly, it's about time. Women's basketball is booming. Attendance records, jersey sales, sponsorships, everything's up. But if the pay structure doesn't evolve, stars might start looking elsewhere, either in overseas leagues or even in joint branding ventures outside the WNBA itself. So the league's in a critical moment right now. Adapt or lose the momentum. What these contracts mean for the WNBA's future. Let's step back for a second. What do these 3 contracts have in common? Caitlin Clark, revenue-based performance clause. Sophie Cunningham, media bonus clause. Lexie Hull, ownership clause. All 3 revolve around one powerful theme: control. Control over income, control over image, control over legacy. For decades, women athletes have had to fight for fair pay, proper coverage, and business opportunities equal to their male counterparts. But this new wave of contracts could finally change that. It's not just about bigger checks, it's about bigger roles. Because if the stars of 2026 can prove these structures work, every rising player will follow the same blueprint. And in a few years, we might be looking at a league where women athletes don't just play the game, they own parts of it. Now tell me, which contract style do you think is the smartest? Caitlin's business clause, Sophie's media strategy, or Lexie's ownership move? Let's get a debate going in the comments. Final thoughts. At the end of the day, Stephen A. Smith didn't just expose contracts, he exposed a movement toward empowerment, strategy, and financial evolution in women's sports. Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexie Hull are more than just athletes. They're architects of the WNBA's future. And while the full details of these contracts might not be officially confirmed, the implications are real. Because the message is loud and clear: don't just play the game, change it. So next time you see them on the court, remember, every dribble, every shot, every rebound isn't just about the scoreboard. It's about rewriting history, one clause at a time. And now the question is, when 2026 arrives, who will hold the real power in the WNBA, the league or the players? Drop your answer below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more exclusive WNBA breakdowns. Because this is just the beginning. Thanks for watching today's breakdown. If you made it this far, you're definitely part of the WNBA's most informed fans. And I appreciate you. Before you go, here's what you can do. Hit that like button. It helps this story reach more basketball fans. Subscribe if you want insider-level WNBA stories every week, and tell us in the comments. If you were in Caitlin's, Sophie's, or Lexie's place, which kind of contract would you fight for? Performance, media power, or ownership? Because remember, the game isn't just about who scores the most points. It's about who controls the future. This is WNBA Insider, and I'll see you in the next video.